Hello, folks. One sec. Yeah, welcome, guys, to the stream today. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. We are going to be playing Octopath Traveler 2. Now, I have never played an Octopath Traveler on my YouTube channel before, so I'm really looking forward to this. The first game was a lot of fun. The second game, I think, is even better. Now, I haven't played it a lot, okay? I've played it for about 15 hours. I did get the game, a little bit of context for you, 2 weeks early. Square asked me if I wanted a copy to review it. I said, yeah, go for it. And after they gave me the game, that's when I came down with that really nasty chest infection and I couldn't do anything. So I did manage to play a little bit, but nowhere near enough to really justify making a video review. I still want to do that, but I need to play it a lot more. But from what I've seen, initial impressions, the first few hours of the game, I've gone through the first few chapters with several of the characters. Really having a good time. It's a good game. It really is. For those of you that are new to the franchise, don't worry. Octopath Traveler 2, despite being a sequel, it is also a standalone adventure. Or adventures, I should say. So I think you guys will enjoy it. Especially those of you like me that are big fans of the classic Final Fantasy games. This is going to be right up your street. I'm sure many of you are familiar with these Octopath Traveler games anyway, but it's just been released today, this one. So I thought, what a great opportunity to share it all with you. So here we go then, guys. We're going to be starting from scratch with Octopath Traveler 2. Let's get on with the show, and welcome. Okay, right, so welcome to you guys in chat. Good to see you all. I don't know how many people we will get for this stream because it's not Final Fantasy, but it's a lot like Final Fantasy. I'm not going to promise or commit to doing a full series on this game. I just want to see how you guys take to it first. See what sort of audience we will have before I invest, you know, hours and hours of commitment into it. I will be playing it myself, 100% guaranteed. I'd like to try and get the platinum. I haven't seen the trophies yet because they weren't available up until today, I think, because of the game not being out. But I am going to beat the game. Whether I do it on YouTube or just on my own with my feet up relaxing, I haven't decided yet. But I'm looking forward to this first stream, so let's get started from the very beginning here. Yeah, just to show you, I have been playing already. Where are we? Oh, 9 hours. I don't know why I said 15 hours. Like I said, I was ill during that time. But I have given the game a good stab for its money. And really enjoying it, as I say. Right, so the way this works, similar to the first Octopath Traveler, you have a selection of party members. 8 to be precise. Now, you get to play each party member through their own chapters of story. Okay, eventually they all connect and join up with one another, but you get a lot of freedom in choosing how it all works and the order that you play these stories in. So all 8 party members are available from the get-go. Okay, it shows you on the map where you will be starting off if you select them. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is starting up here with Osvald the Scholar. And I have tested out the stories, at least chapter 1 on all the characters, but I've done more than chapter 1 on some of the characters as well. And I think Osvald has been my favourite. Now, of course, that's subjective. You are going to have your own favourite characters and stories, but for me, yeah, I liked Osvald, so I thought we'd start with Osvald. And we'll share this together then. Red Mario. Yes, mate. Yeah, just pop me an email. I'll get you a code sorted for Crisis Core. No worries, dude. Just let me know what you want to play it on, because I think you've got Switch and, is it Steam? But if Steam, make sure your computer can support it. But Switch is fine. But yeah, just go on to the... I think you've got my email anyway. But go on to the YouTube tab, About tab, and then you can get it from there if need be. Yeah, so we're going for a new game here. We're starting with Scholar Osvald. Let's get started, shall we, with Octopath Traveler 2. One feature that you can do in Octopath Traveler 2 is change the time from day to night, and that isn't just an aesthetic change. It does make various other things happen as well. Okay, now to start with in Chapter 1, I don't think we can do that, but eventually that will unlock. And it affects how path actions work, which we'll talk about. But let's go ahead and proceed. Oh, yeah, one final thing. Your first party member, whoever you select, you will have to play up to the end of Chapter 2. But after that, when you recruit new party members, you can just play Chapter 1 or even skip Chapter 1 altogether and not have to play Chapter 2 straight away, if that makes sense, for those party members. But let's go ahead and make a start here.
The fire in my breast shall never be extinguished.
Yeah, you can send me a private message on Twitter, Ed. That's fine, mate. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do, actually. Forget email, just send me a private message and I'll get you a code sorted out.
Nothing begets.
Just tell me what system.
Follow the chain of cause and effect.
Oh, one thing we can do. I'm not sure if we can do it just yet. Oh, yeah, we can switch over to play, and that will move through the cutscenes automatically, so you don't keep having to tap the confirm button.
For the record, you, Osvald.
Hello, Anthony.
Is that correct?
I haven't tried it yet myself. But that's a shame.
Thus, upon extinguishing the fire, the bodies of your wife and daughter were found in the rubble. They were nearly charred beyond recognition. A gruesome sight. I'm sure you agree. Thus, the court accepts, without objection, immolation as the cause of death.
Hey, Craig. Yeah, no probs, Red.
However, there is one last inexplicable detail. Nothing one
Yeah, it's going good, JS. How are you?
The cause of the conflagration was found at the scene. Ergo, the fire ought not to have happened at all. Absent the use of magic, that is. You were a scholar of magic, weren't you, Osvald?
Yeah, so this is Osvald's court hearing.
Is that a mere coincidence? I think not.
Whether it's a fair court hearing or not, I will leave for you guys to decipher. But this is setting up his story.
You, Osvald, were the only one capable of starting such a fire that night.
In the sacred name of Alephan the Scholar King, the court hands down the following verdict.
Oh, okay, JS. Where are you off to?
We find you guilty.
Yeah, the great thing is, Craig, Octopath Traveler 2 is fully standalone from the first game, so you don't have to play it to enjoy this one.
On Frigid Isle. Do you have any last words?
Harvey.
Yeah, by the way, some of the cutscenes in this game are quite lengthy, just as a bit of a warning.
Shall die by my hand. I swear it.
Yeah, so as you can imagine, you know, it's a JRPG, the story, the characters, a little bit cliche, but that's what we love, isn't it, as Final Fantasy type players? So, Osvald here has been convicted of murder of his family.
A solitary island.
And has been sent to prison in the frozen recesses of Frigid Isle.
Some call it the edge of the world. Blanketed in snow all through the year. The nearest continent is due east. 4 days' journey by sea. Even on the largest vessel.
Yeah, me too, Craig. I think it's amazing. I really do. The art style.
Ships. Trips to and from this accursed place are heavily regulated.
Oh, that's fantastic, JS. Yeah, been to Florida myself a couple of times. Very different to here in the UK in terms of weather and stuff.
All mainlanders found guilty of the
But it's
most
awesome.
heinous crimes. It held over 300 of us at its peak. In its 80-year history, none have escaped. Or rather, I should say, the deplorable treatment of the prisoners ensures that lives end before sentences do.
Lovely.
I have survived for 1,879 days, but neither the unforgiving climate nor the ravages of time shall extinguish the fire in my breast.
No, that'll be it, Red. And I'll get one sorted for you. A code, okay?
Another frigid day in hell, eh, Professor?
Yeah, that's fine. You might have to share your Steam username, I'm not sure, because I might have to do it as a gift. I don't know if I can do it as a code on Steam, but that's fine. Just send me your username on Twitter. But do it as a DM, a private message.
It never leaves your hands, does it?
Hi, Selfie.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm only borrowing it. You were quite the scholar, weren't you? Yes, this notebook could be worth quite a lot. I'm sure it'd fetch me a tidy pile of cigarettes. You're welcome to take it back, of course, but you'll have to fight me for it.
Right, so here we go. We've actually still got more cutscenes coming up, but Osvald has obviously been sent to this prison. Okay, it's the prison for the worst of the worst, and he has been convicted of murdering his wife and his daughter using the magical art, which is what a scholar is in this game. Okay, but of course he is wrongly convicted, so his plan is to maybe get out of this place. But that's not going to be easy, considering that the guards are kind of watching the prisoners all the time, and even if they do manage to get out, the prison itself is situated in the frozen sea on an island. Hence, setting up the story, Chapter 1 for Osvald. Now, we get to be introduced to path actions. What's a path action? It's an ability that is different across the party members. Okay, so every party member, thanks for the sub, has their own set of path actions. And I mentioned that you can change between daytime and nighttime. Right now we can't, but later on we can. Path actions also change depending on whether you are playing through day or night. So at nighttime with Osvald, we get to mug. That is the path action for this character. So when we press square, we can see that we can mug Osvald's notebook, which was just taken from us. And when we select yes, this will put us into battle. Okay, it doesn't on this occasion. Oh, no, it does, yeah. Hello, Taskmaster. I think you'll like it, Bobo. I really do. I really do. I wouldn't pink, to be honest with you. But Osvald's a lot hardier than I am, I would imagine. Okay, now combat, very similar, again, to the original Octopath Traveler game. But it's a lot of fun, especially if you're new to the combat systems here. It's turn-based. As you can see, I've not got to rush. I can take my time. This is about strategy over, you know, panicking to get your actions done. Now, you can see that the prisoner here that we're fighting has a shield with the number 1 on it. We need to break that shield to really do lots of damage. Now, we break shields by hitting enemies with their vulnerabilities. Now, we don't know their vulnerabilities until we reveal them. So let's go ahead and just attack physically with our staff. And who knows, maybe that will be the vulnerability here. And what do you know? It is. Now that we've broken the shield there, that enemy is stunned for a turn, which allows us to unleash whatever destruction we want to without fear of consequence, at least for one turn. And that's pretty much how combat works here. One extra thing, if you look at the top right next to my name where it says Osvald, it says BP, and there's 2 little red gems above my HP values. Those red gems are for the boost gauge, they're battle points. And you build or get 1 red gem, 1 battle point, every turn, okay, of not boosting. So that's where you just use a standard attack. So let's go ahead. Oh, this guy might die as anything. I'm not going to use boost on this battle. If he dies, that's fine. I'll show it on the next one. Okay. We didn't kill him, so we got his shield back. So now we're going to knock him out again. And now I'm going to show you boost. So what we can do is boost our attack, or our ability that we're going to cast, by using those battle points. So let's go ahead now, and we could use a boosted physical attack with our staff, or we could use... Well, no, we can't, because we don't have these abilities yet, and that's because we have a muzzle on our face, which is purposefully intended to stop us from casting magic. So let's use our boosted attack. And look at that. We get to do a whole load of destruction. Yes. I think it's to deceive people, Pink Cookie. Yeah, that's all you need to do, Red. Just send me a private message on Twitter and just tell me your Steam username, which game you want, okay? I can probably only really afford to get 1 at the moment, but just do that. Just message that to me, and I'll get it sorted for you. It's not a problem. Alternatively, if I can hunt down a Steam code, I'll do that instead.
What's all this about? It's him. He attacked me. Well, if it isn't Osvald, our magical murderous...
Yeah, that's it, Red. Intergrade. That's it. It's like the
How do you like
the complete version with the Yuffie DLC.
It's a fine little muzzle, isn't it? Keeps you from speaking those spells you love so much. You're the only one who has the honor of wearing it, I'll have you know. You should be kissing my feet. What's that look for? I know defiance when I see it, and I'll have none of it. I'd love to hear what you sound like. I really would. When you're begging for your life, that is.
Seconds. 13 seconds from the time...
Yeah, the plans are starting.
To the guard's response.
No, you haven't, Corey.
At least some valuable information's come of all this. 1 warden and 34 guards for 292 prisoners.
Oh, you do you, Safe? Have you played that, have you?
Much about the way the prison and the people
if you've got PS5, Safe, if you've got a PS5 console, then you can actually, I believe, play it for free if you have the PlayStation Plus subscription. If not, you should be able to do it as a free upgrade if you own the PS4 version.
An escape for which the plan is written in this notebook.
Oh, Mr. Anomalous, it is. Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is.
Said plan numerous times.
Hopefully showing it off today is
polished it to a fine sheen.
going to help people, because it is such a similar game, I think, to the older Final Fantasy games. It's definitely more modern, but with the art style, with the combat, the turn-based combat, the characters, the story, it's just so reminiscent.
A passage that leads beneath the prison.
Oh, is that the case? Is it so?
Overlooked even by the guards themselves, and it leads directly out of this place. I must conduct a more thorough review of it, and soon.
Yeah, you should just do it straight through the store, so. Cheers, Red.
The second?
I'll sort it out for you at some point over the weekend.
Once I escape, I'll be exposed to the elements. The cold will claim me in minutes if I'm clad in nothing but these rags. The third and final, an accomplice.
Yeah, so making the plan, everything we need to escape.
My own assumptions. I require the help of
this hellhole of a prison.
Knowledge of the prison's inner workings. With these three pieces in place, my plan shall move that much closer to completion. At which point, only its execution shall remain.
The next morning. Okay.
Wake up,
yeah, if you've got PS Plus, so I'm pretty sure you can just play it. No, Bobo, this is a standalone. So you can play this without having played the first game.
I understand this island was once dotted with mines. Entire mountains were reduced to rubble for ore, and the prison was built atop the wreckage. To this day, there remains phosphor buried in the frigid earth. It's immensely flammable and sells for a fair bit of coin. So the prisoners are forced to mine it, and the guards line their pockets with the proceeds.
Mine, scum! Keep those hands moving! I said, keep moving! Unless you'd rather freeze.
Yeah, Warden David, he's the big boss around this place, so...
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's right, Red.
I can't move anymore. Too cold.
That's it, yeah.
Don't
Yeah, on Steam, you have Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. That's the whole game.
Need I remind you that you were sent here to atone for your misdeeds? So beg whatever god you serve for forgiveness, and dig, you useless little mole. Your life is worthless compared to the precious phosphor you cleave from the
It includes that, but yeah, it's not just that bit.
And believe you me, we'd burn you instead if you were anywhere near as easy to set alight. Do you understand? Answer me!
Warden, sir, is already dead.
Yeah, it's a harsh place, this.
And
Most people die in this prison before they are due to be released.
we are adaptable creatures. Any environment, no matter how horrific, can be made ordinary. Forced labor is followed by a vanishingly small window of free time. It is in this free time that I review the remaining pieces of my plan. They are three. The first, an escape route. The prison is as old as it is massive. There are bound to be gaps and awkward seams. Perhaps I can glean a hint or two from someone with intimate knowledge of the island's history. The second, suitable clothing. One they call the Provisioner sells the clothing I'll need to survive. But first, I need to find them. I'll start by asking any prisoners who might know this Provisioner. The third and final piece, an accomplice. My accomplice cannot be an ordinary prisoner. I must find someone capable of enacting my escape plan. Then all that will remain is the plan's execution.
Yeah, so basically, Osvald has just laid out the first couple of chapters of his story for us, which is figuring out how to escape from the prison and then executing that escape. So let's go ahead and use the save point first. I'm just going to override my original save. I won't be using that again. I'll be sticking to this one now, I think. Right, so let's just have a quick look over the main menu. We have the world map. Right now, as you can see, we are just on this small frozen island. That's where the prison is located. But the world encompasses much more than this. And the other party members that we are going to be recruiting, their chapter 1s start in various other locations. So as we get to visit those locations, we will come across those, recruit them, do all of that good stuff. Journal, if you want to go ahead and recap the story, or if you want to see any side stories and quests that you've undertaken, you can do so from there. It's all pretty standard stuff, guys. Equipment. One thing that I do like is that each party member can equip a multitude of different weapons. So it's not like Osvald as a scholar, as a magic user, is only limited to using staves. He can actually equip other weapons, melee weapons as well, so that he can target other weaknesses. Oh, Pink Cookie, thank you so much. That's awesome. All the stats are there as well, and a few other things that have not yet been unlocked. There are jobs in this game. A little bit of a minor spoiler, but that hasn't unlocked yet. It's a really fun system, though, to get involved in. Right, so game saved. All we're going to do now is pretty much just start exploring and working towards the green icons, which is our story objectives. Hey, Dixie. Yeah, it's a great game. This is Dixie. A lot of fun. Okay, guys, and you can sprint as well. There are treasure chests scattered around the place. I'm not sure if there's going to be much in terms of treasure here in the yard of this prison, but it doesn't hurt to check.
Guards watching the cafeteria during this shift. Now
Yeah, that's right, isn't it, Bobo? I think the digital edition only comes with like a mini soundtrack and stuff, is it? I don't know if there's any gameplay additions there. Okay, so you remember that when we did a path action previously, that was to mug our fellow prisoner. That's because we did the path action at night. For Osvald, a path action in the day isn't mug. It's to try and get some information called scrutinize, but it doesn't always work. Now, in this area, it does. 100% success chance, as you can see, is pretty much universal across everybody we scrutinize. However, later on, that will be dropping, and you don't want to fail too many times because it just becomes a bit of a nuisance. Then you have to start paying money to restore reputation and stuff. But let's go ahead and scrutinize here. Okay, so no information gleaned.
No, this one won't do.
So we'll try this next person. Again, no information. We're trying to find information about a person known as the Provisioner that might be able to help us get some better clothes.
You there. A word.
Hey, it looks like we might have stumbled upon somebody here.
What are you playing at? Skulking around and sizing up all the prisoners. Ah, right. You can't speak on account of the muzzle. I've been watching you. You know, for the last 5 years.
Yeah, the guards have muzzled Osvald because that's how he performs his spells. He speaks them.
Right?
Now he can't.
The other prisoners, the guards, everyone and everything. Watching for minute differences. Like you're making some sort of...
Yeah, the combat in this game, once we finally really start to get into it and you see it, it's so much fun. It really is. Although I warn you, some of the fights are not easy. So be prepared to do a bit of grinding for power.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they call it 2.5D, Digsy.
Someone who can help.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
But if it's the
I think it's even better than the first Octopath Traveler.
So, which one are you, Professor? Shake your head if you're the former, or nod if you're the latter.
I wasn't actually paying attention. Let's just go the latter.
So, my eyes didn't deceive me after all. You're quite clever, I'll say that.
Yes, Mr. Anomalous, definitely.
Now, for my formal request.
Hey, Dark Swordsman.
Plan.
Oh, who was you with, and who are you changing to?
I can be of use to you.
I'm with a company called So Energy.
I got
They've been alright. I've not had any complaints with them.
with a close confidant. I've collected it over my long years in this place. That's why they call me Emerald the Informant. I know my information is good. You could do far worse, Professor Jailbreak.
Only someone of considerable wit could have figured out my plot from your observance. Further, he is correct that I have need of his wares. I can certainly use them to my advantage.
Right.
I knew you'd see it my way. So, what would you have me do?
Emerald is now going to join us as a temporary party member to get us through the first couple of chapters.
This horrid island is 4 days' journey from the nearest shore.
Oh yeah, definitely Digsy. But I'll tell you what, when I first played Final Fantasy VII, I was taken aback by the graphics.
We'll need a ship capable of making the journey to the mainland. I have set my sights on the vessel carrying the inspectors, who visit the prison on an erratic schedule.
Oh wow, Dark, that's a lot of money. Yeah,
I need
definitely
to
do
know
that then.
what is due to arrive next. The ledger containing that information is fiercely guarded. I stand no chance of laying eyes on it. But all I need to know is the date. For that will be the date we make our escape.
Nah, energies are a bit of a nightmare at the minute. Our energy bill, I think, is about 500.
That won't come easily.
About £550 a month. And we don't even have gas here, that's just electric. It's insane.
One more.
And that's like the cheapest we can do.
Get me the key to this muzzle. Can't make any promises there, seeing as it was made just for you.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dixie. I remember you talking about that.
Let's just pray luck is on our
Yeah,
side.
no card modding.
Confidant?
Yeah, glad you're having fun with it.
The plan is in motion. I just need to let the informant do his work.
Osvald. Osvald. Have you found the answer?
Yeah, like I told you guys, there is quite a few cutscenes, especially at the start as we introduce the characters.
To work, maggots! Move!
Oh, Pink Cookie, you make me jealous. For our heating, we have to buy oil because we don't have gas. And we have to do that about 2 or 3 times a year. And that's currently about £800 a pop as well. So, flipping heck. You know, it's just burning all of our finances away just to stay on top of energy bills at the minute. It is nuts. Oh, okay. I didn't realise it was that long ago, Bobo. Oh, wow. Right, so we was just exploring briefly to see if there were any chests or anything. We can chat to some of the NPCs, but there's no real reason to or need to at the moment. So this is the guy we need to speak to. Just making sure there's no chests or anything. We will be exploring later anyway, so let's just go ahead and speak to the guy. Oh, we need to do a path action as well, I think.
So you're the muzzled scholar I've heard so much about. You look like you need something, same as everyone else who comes to see me. The name's Bale. Most call me the Provisioner. I can secure most anything people ask for. Not for money, given our circumstances. But everyone has something.
Yeah, I've not heard of that company, Utilita.
You know what I mean?
So, he won't hand it over for free. Though, if I can find his weakness, I'd better scrutinize some of the other prisoners.
Yeah, one thing I've not done though, and will never do, unless I'm forced to, is switch to smart meter. We've still got the old style meter here. But I don't think that affects the price. Okay, let's go ahead and scrutinise this prisoner here. Oh no, we just need to speak to them. Okay. No, we don't. We do need to scrutinise. Just not that one. If we head over to the left, yep, we got this one here. The mini-map is always, like, clouded and blank, apart from the objectives. It's the one thing I'm not the biggest fan of in this game, if I'm honest.
Don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
Okay, there we go. Bale's weakness. So, for the Provisioner to help us, we need to blackmail him.
Let's see how he responds.
And now we are hopefully going to get out the information to do that. Right, let's see if this gets us anywhere.
Finally come to pay, have you? What's that scrap of paper in your hand?
It is, Bubba. Yes, it's a Square Enix game.
Where did you get this? Whatever you want, it's yours. Just swear you won't speak a word of this to anyone.
Oh, I understand, Dark. Yeah. No, sounds like you've been quite sensible there.
This clothing ought to keep me from freezing to death.
Here comes the unfriendly guard. So our prisoners here only get a few minutes of R&R in the evening, if that's what you want to call it, being stuck out here in the frozen cold with very thin clothing in the snow. I couldn't hack it. I'd be ill all the time. I really would. I'd be just dead, I think, within a few weeks.
Have you found the answer?
No, Harvey. Though I have a theory.
Yeah, basically, Diggsy, this is a new game. It's only been released today.
Nothing exceptional.
But it is a sequel to Octopath Traveler, which came out in 2018. However, they are standalone, so you don't need to have played that in order to enjoy this. The characters and the stories in this are all new.
However, as long
Oh yeah,
as it remains
Wikipedia.
plain, its powers
For
limit.
sure, Bobo.
Using equations to amplify magic powers? This is incredible. You're a genius, Osvald. The one true magic. You're one step closer to it, to standing alone atop the summit of magic.
So we already know that
Though
Osvald's
I
got
must
some
warn
bad
you
blood
not
with
to grow too
Harvey.
fond of the idea, for I will surpass you.
Seems there was a bit of rivalry going on from the get-go with them. With their scholar, Ness.
Time to work, you worthless sacks of meat. Up and out!
Yeah, and basically there are 8 characters or 8 party members, but each have their own individual stories. And you can play through them in any order. And then they all kind of join up by the end. So I've chosen to play with Osvald first. But you don't have to. You can pick any of the 8 to start with. So it's a unique approach actually to JRPG storytelling. So let's just go ahead now and make our way back to the cells.
I must find a prison.
Oh no, we need to do this.
With the underground passage.
We've been to the cells. Yeah, we need to do this next part of the plan, which is finding a prisoner. So we can scrutinise different people. Although ultimately we just need to head to the green markers.
I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
And yep, up and around. Oh, I think there might be a chest around here. Maybe up here? No, I don't think so. On second thoughts. I mean, I can't imagine the guards leaving much around for the prisoners to take, can you? Oh, there is a chest in there. Okay, I stand corrected. A bottle of blinding dust. Oh, we got labour reports whereabouts.
The underground passage. I don't just know it, I helped build it. But don't go asking me details. Best I can say is there ought to be a labor report for it on file in the library.
The library.
Indeed. We'll be hitting our first dungeon soon. But not quite yet. I think... Oh, how do we get there? Is it round here? Ah, there we go. There's the labour report.
This must be the labor report that prisoner spoke of. Whoever wrote it spared no detail in recording the construction of the passage. And they were a prisoner as well. Must be why no one gave it so much as a second glance. Aha.
Yeah, so effectively then there is an underground passage that was built, and it sounds like our way out of the prison, but not the island, because,
I've studied the tunnel's
well,
construction.
obviously we're surrounded by sea, but it's a start. It's a start.
Suitable for my escape.
Back to your cells. Now!
Seems I'm out of time. Back to the hole then.
Osvald,
Yeah, another flashback.
have you found the answer?
Yeah, Bubba, did you play the original game? Or is this your first time seeing the franchise, really?
I've reached a dead end. There's just one last piece missing. I've explored every possible avenue, but it's nowhere to be found. What could possibly be powerful enough to serve as the source of the one true magic?
You've done enough, Osvald. Well done, truly. Now, allow me, the great Harvey, to provide the final piece for you.
Harvey.
Yes, Pink. Yeah, you have to get through. I believe that's during Chapter 2. So we're still working through Chapter 1 at the minute.
Confidant. It took a while, but the goods came in.
Yes, that's right, Bubba.
What's this? I don't recall giving you permission to speak to one another.
You misunderstand, Warden. This isn't what it...
It's your lucky day, scum! Speak another word, and I will bury you in the very pit in which you toil! Do I make myself clear?
And off he goes for now.
At least that's the last I'll ever feel of that club, right? I'll see you at the storehouse behind the mess hall.
Okay. So nothing to do in this area. We can just head straight over to the next. Just keep saving. And we're going to meet up with Emerald immediately here. Start making our way to the underground passage for our first dungeon. Hello, Welsh Rabbit.
It sure wasn't easy.
32 hours in already. Goodness me. It is a really good game, Welsh. We've only just started on this playthrough, though. So we're on just Chapter 1 of the first party member. Although I've done a few hours myself, not on stream, over the last week.
Do is follow your plan to the letter. We're nearly free.
Yeah, welcome guys, if you're new to the channel. I do tend to cover a lot of Final Fantasy games, but sometimes I'll venture off into other franchises, such as today. Hey, Death. Yeah, it's good. It is good. Some of the party members, in my opinion, you know, their stories aren't as strong. So it is a little bit of a mixed bag, but honestly, I think that's more subjective. And this just happens to be one of my favourite ones. But I'm sure others would disagree with that.
Aye, the gods are in a foul mood yet again.
Yeah, it has got that vibe to it, hasn't it,
Another
Bubbo?
horrible day in hell.
Kind of just expect the, well, expect Terra to turn up in her machina.
The inspector should be arriving soon. Prison patrols will be short-handed while they ready a welcome party for the ship. That leaves a small window in which to begin executing our plan. It's time.
Don't forget at this point Osvald is still fully muzzled, so we are only hearing his
We
thoughts.
need to make our way to the underground passage.
Yep, so I'll be ready for the first dungeon. Well, let's hope so. Emerald is a temporary party member. He's not one of the 8 characters, okay? So he's just here to help Osvald through the first couple of chapters, effectively. And that's the same for the other party members as well. If you play their first chapter, then you will get a temporary party member for them also. You can give them gear, the temporary party members, if you come across any. And you don't need to unequip it either. Once they leave the party, the gear will be removed from them. At least that's my experience. Right, so the underground passage. Let's have a sneakies over there, shall we?
The entrance to the underground passage should be just about here.
Excellent work, Confidant. Onward. But first, I have a little something for you. The key to that muzzle of yours.
Yeah, this will be helpful. You'll remember we cannot cast spells with this muzzle on.
I was quite the thief outside these walls.
They do, Pink Cookie. It's like old school, isn't it, Final Fantasy? When you have party members leave, they just take all of the gear with them. So you have to remember to unequip it before they do so, which kind of punishes players that are playing blind and don't know when party members are leaving.
Well, aren't you going to say anything?
It's cold.
Now I see why they needed to muzzle you. You're quite the talker.
There's no time. Keep moving. Oh, and thanks for the key.
You're real warm and fuzzy, aren't you? Save the thanks for when we make our escape. Off we go, Confidant.
Yep. Let's just have a nose in here. There may be a chest or something for us to nab. There isn't. Okay, I mean, chests around here aren't that important anyway. So, we don't have any gear or the like to equip at this point. Just check we've got no accessories. Don't think we have. Nope. Okay. Alright, I think we just need to push on then now. I really like the battle system, Digsy. I mean, I did in the first Octopath Traveler, and they haven't changed it all that much. Now, just a little note for you guys. If you sprint, you can see the mini-map goes red. By sprinting, you are going to increase the chance of random battle encounters. So if you want to grind or farm for experience and job points, then yeah, be sprinting around the place.
I need a plan.
Should we try a fireball here? Oh, we've got blizzard as well, or ice wind.
Fire.
I think these are weak to fire though, if I remember. Yep. And both are frozen thusly. Let's battle boost and do some damage. Not enough to kill it, unfortunately.
No.
To see if they're weak to staffs. They are. Okay.
I need a plan.
Try and conserve some MP if we can at this point.
What a letdown.
Oh, this game is challenging, Digsy. Don't worry about that. It really does have its challenges. Oh, I actually didn't need to conserve MP. When you level up, you fully recover. SP rather, not MP. But you fully recover HP and SP on a level up. So especially early on in the game, you don't need to worry about SP preservation so much. As you will be leveling up fairly regularly for the first 5 or 6 levels. Let's see if we can grab everything. Yeah, you do get ambushes and preemptive strikes. Neither actually, Hunter. This is PS5. But yeah, the game's available on most systems, I believe, isn't it? Just attack. Let's see if this guy's weak to ice. It's not. I didn't mean to do sabotage them. I meant to do the damaging ability. But, oh well.
Calculations complete.
Fire. Burn.
Again, on our next level up, we'll fully heal up, so I'm not too fussed about using some stuff here. We want to try and kill with like an overkill as well. We'll get more experience then. Right, the chest and inspirating plum. I believe that's SP healing. Yes, it is. Restores SP. And there should be another secret item over here. Yep, another chest. Nice red chest. It does have a staff upgrade for us, so we shall definitely be throwing that on immediately. Sinner staff. Boosts physical attack and elemental attack, so yeah, not too bad. And we need to try and get a little bit of experience here to level up again before the upcoming boss fights, as bosses are fairly difficult in this game.
Now then.
Even to start with from the get-go.
Now, wait.
We don't have any other weapons yet.
Thinking time.
Yeah, I mean, it runs very smooth as you would expect on PS5 for sure. We are running a little bit low on HP already.
This should hold you.
Let's try and conserve some items if we're able to.
Calculations complete.
And we should be able to kill this thing now.
Fire. Burn.
I think you unlock a trophy as well, by the way. The first time you use a max boosted attack. Hello, Holly. How are you? Oh, fantastic, Bobo. Congrats. Well on your way to the platinum now, yeah? Nothing in there, nope. You'll know when the boss fight's coming because you do usually get a save point beforehand.
Wait a minute.
Ah, new enemy type.
Do I have to? Yeah.
Well done.
Get some of these vulnerabilities uncovered.
This is the informant's turf.
Okay. Full recovery there. What are we, level 5? I tend to try to get to 6 or 7, if I'm honest with you, before the first chapter boss. And, yep, definitely grab this stuff. Accessories, an ancient necklace. Yeah, more HP and SP. Good stuff. Yes, I did get the trophy in that game, the Platinum Bubba. It was a lot of fun. Ooh. Right, these are weak to light. They should also be weak to fireball.
Fire. Burn.
Since they look quite icy, don't they? Yeah, that makes sense.
Now. Fire. Burn.
Yeah, me too, Dixie. I hope they, announce that over the coming weeks or
I've
months.
seen
Hopefully
worse
weeks.
methods.
Oh, you don't need to, Steve. I'd say this game's probably better. And it's a standalone as well, so you don't need to have played the first one. Right, I believe that's all the treasure chests done and dusted. Oh, we can also stock up. There's a shop here. Because, yeah, that makes sense in a JRPG sort of way, doesn't it? That a random prisoner would be down in the dungeon, just ready to buy or sell. We could purchase a cloth hood for 200 gold, but it's a hard choice, that is, because we're going to be getting so many weapons and armor and stuff out of chests and that. But I'm not going to bother. Save that money. Glove, helm, armor, and shield is the other one, Bobo.
Wait a minute.
Yes, let's try and grab some experience. Maybe another level or two. I'll probably risk it, actually, you know. And just go to level 6 for the boss.
I need a plan.
Yeah, let's stun it.
Good one, Professor.
Right, we've got enough for one fireball. If we don't level up here, we're going to have to use an SP item. Which kind of sucks.
I've gained valuable insight.
Yay, we did, we did. Right. Oh, we've unlocked jobs as well now. Right, so now, Emerald doesn't have any jobs because, like I said, or skills rather, he is just a temporary party member, but Osvald, on the other hand, can learn something. Now, I think Elemental Barrage is what I'm going to go for, because this is great, this ability, at unlocking vulnerabilities on enemies, since it hits a whole bunch of different elements in a single move. So let's go ahead and learn that. You can choose whatever you want, but every time you learn an ability, the amount to learn the next ability in terms of job points does increase. So that was 30, was it? Now it's going to be 100 for whatever we want to learn next. Alright, so we're level 6. Let's just push one more level. I think we can do that. Probably worth it. Like I said, some of the fights around here are very challenging in this game, the boss fights.
Do I have to?
No, I don't want to do that.
All according to plan.
Good one, Professor.
Ah, nice one.
What a letdown.
We're getting about 20 experience, so yeah, I think we can push to level 7. It won't take too long. And will just give us that little bit of power that we need to make sure that the fight, the upcoming boss fight, is manageable. Yeah, you know, when I talk about this game being old school, in many ways it really is. And a little bit of experience farming is pretty much what you are expected to do here. Don't worry, unless you go absolute ham, you're not going to be trivialising the content by getting an extra level or two. Oh, no, that's a sword that it's vulnerable to, not dagger. Whoops. Doesn't matter, it's all we've got.
Good one, Professor.
Osvald might level up here, so... Nah, I'll just use his staff.
Study harder.
Okay, right, one more fight, and then we should be good to go.
Wait a minute.
Now then, they're broken.
Do I have
Thinking.
Yeah, we're getting into a nice combat routine here, aren't we? Right, okay, I think that will do nicely. Where are we? Yeah, we're at full HP, full MP. So let's go ahead and save up, and then we'll push on for the cutscene and the boss. Don't forget you can purchase some healing items if need be from that fella. But I think we're okay. Save our gold for now. I keep going to say guild, but it is gold in this game.
No! The ladder's been destroyed. Damn! We were so close.
The cuts look fresh. This was done recently. fear I've underestimated our opponent.
That you did.
No surprise who the boss is going to be.
At long last, the scholar speaks. Hello, Osvald. I commend you for making it this far. You even managed to remove the muzzle. But your choice of ally was your downfall. We've been watching Emerald for some time now. I suspected you two would work together.
I'm sorry, Confidant. I should have known.
Save your breath. The fault is mine. And I will correct it.
Oh. You're not the first, you know. I've seen countless like you. So many have tried, and every last one died a tragic death.
Well, let's hope that pattern doesn't repeat.
So it would be my honor to put you back in your place.
Yeah.
My way.
Now, I'm pretty sure...
Now then.
By the way, like I said, the boss fights are quite challenging. I'm pretty sure this guy summons more guards if you kill the ones that are there, but we are going to do so to give ourselves a little bit of a leeway. Thanks for the sub. So let's start with Icewind, see if we can get the guards out of the picture. Annoyingly, the boss itself isn't vulnerable to ice. Is it vulnerable to daggers? It is. Okay, we'll start chipping away at his shield then. Ouch.
I need a plan.
Yeah, we do need to get these guards out of the equation. It's going to go for one fire, but it's too risky.
Fire.
It'd be good if the prison guards were vulnerable to fire, which they are not, as then we could get rid of all the shields together. We're going to have to heal up,
This should hold you.
I think.
That's a hope. Thinking time.
Okay, let's get these guards stunned.
Good one, Professor.
Keep chipping away here at the shield. Okay, that is a reduction in... Can't quite see. Oh, whatever that is. Annoyingly, I'm going to have to cast Icewind boosted now, which is not going to do as much damage against the boss. But we need to get these guards out of the equation. Which we didn't. Well, they've got a lot of HP for the ads. They really have.
Thinking time.
Let's go for an elemental barrage. See if we can get any other
Good one, Professor.
weaknesses detected, but we couldn't. Okay, the main problem now is we are running low on SP on Osvald. I think we're going to have to first aid. Let's boost one.
This should hold you.
Yeah, that was good.
Thinking time.
Oh, we haven't got enough SP. That's really annoying. We're going to have to get SP back annoyingly.
This one's for me.
Which means, yep, they're breaking their
You got
thing there.
happy?
Okay, standard attack, I can live with that.
I'll slice you to bits. Who's next?
Okay, we got rid of the guards. Nice. And we've stunned this fella. So let's go for a max boost fire attack.
Fire. Burn. No.
Now, the bosses usually do have a few thousand HP.
Do I have to?
The good thing is this first aid is very cheap to cast.
You got me. Happy?
All right, you wretches.
Oh boy, this is where things get a little bit nasty. It might be worth defending to reduce the damage here. We can't defend on Emerald. But we can at least reduce damage.
I'll put you in your place.
A little bit of damage was reduced, I think, but not a huge amount.
Stay on your feet, Professor. This should hold you.
I think we're doing okay. Let's go for 3. Because then we can freeze it with you and get another BP for Emerald.
Good one, Professor.
Gives us another boost attack.
I'll slice you to bits.
No.
Feel my wrath.
And another 400 plus,
Fire. Burn.
hopefully. Yep. Gonna start running low on SP, and look who's
Out
back.
the trash like I see you, but no punishment.
Yeah.
I underestimated. That won't be a problem, though. Based on my calculations, we'll still make it.
I'm glad that somebody's got the confidence. Do you see why I gained an extra level or 2 before facing off against this fight? It's not easy. Oh, we get to try out latent power here. Latent power only works, I think, against a single target,
Thinking time.
but it's very good. It's very good.
Indulge me for a moment.
Good one, Professor. I'll slice you to bits.
Right, we've got those frozen. And we've got full latent power now as well. But I think we need to stun first if we can. We've got exactly 14 SP as well. So let's get that thing stunned. Now, as I say, remember that latent power only works against a single target. Hello, Tom.
Calculations in pursuit of knowledge.
So yeah, I've activated latent power. Let's try and lay on a lot of damage here. We were doing 406.
Burn.
Yeah, it doubles the damage, look. Sadly, still not enough to kill this thing, which is a bit of a sucky situation.
This should hold you.
That's a hope.
You got me.
No! We're in a spot of bother here, if I'm honest with you.
This one's
Because we're going to have to use a turn to heal up SP.
All right, you wretches.
And Emerald could die, potentially. Try and get these frozen again. Okay, that'll reduce the damage a little bit there.
I'll put you in your place.
Okay, Emerald is down, but we should be able to get him back in just a moment. Let's go for Fireball, as it might still be enough damage to kill the ads anyway.
Fire. Burn.
It is Taskmaster, it really is. Oh, we did it. We killed them all. Sadly, Emerald remained dead, but like I said, temporary party member, so not a big deal. I was going to resurrect him after that attack, but obviously there's no need. Yeah, tough fight. I tell you what, you know, for the first boss battle, the game really introduces you
Filth.
in a hard way, doesn't it?
Don't think you can escape this place.
Confidant? Looks like there's more rats where these came from.
A crack. This could be our way out. We have to keep moving.
Where exactly? This is the end of the road.
No. I have the answer. Flames, reduce this wall to ash.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
Whoa. Yeah, I think that'll do, Confidant.
We have to go, now. The hardest part is still ahead.
Yeah, we might have escaped the prison, but we're still stuck on a frozen island. And that brings us to the end of the chapter, or the first chapter for Osvald. Now an angry sea sits between him and true freedom. Dum dum dum. End of chapter 1. Yeah, so normally now if you were playing another character and just play through Osvald's first chapter there, you'd switch back to your main character or to your first character at this point. You can, of course, then proceed to play with chapter 2 if you want, but
No answer.
because this is our first character, the first 2 chapters are mandatory to get through.
And the sun hangs low. Rita and Elaine are likely preparing dinner. I should be getting back.
Yeah, we actually get to control Osvald through this flashback.
Helena! Helena! No!
Harvey?
Long have I toiled in your shadow. But now, I've taken all that once was yours. And in due course, I shall complete the one true magic.
There he is. It's Osvald. Harvey, you bastard!
This, Osvald, is my answer.
Yeah, this is where we find out what actually happened.
Ever since that day, a fire is burned within my breast. Harvey, you took everything from me.
Professor. Hey, Professor Osvald. Come on, give me a sign. Are you alive in there?
I'm fine.
Oh, by the way, Dark, or Holly, are either of you guys streaming
On you.
after me?
There's light up ahead. Let's go.
Right, another chest. I don't think that's an equipment chest, nope. Just a healing grape.
Wait a minute. Do I have to?
Oh, yes. Sadly, that's a little bit further on, Pink.
I need a plan.
But eventually. I'm sure we'll be trying to take that guy down.
Fire. Burn.
Good one, Professor. I'll slice it up.
I do love the enemy design in battles in this game as well. Very nostalgic to games of times past, that's for sure.
I need a plan.
Calculations complete.
Let's unleash destruction here, shall we? That's all we needed.
I've gained valuable insights.
Hey, Suitor Kane, good to see you. Nope, you don't have to play the first game. The stories here and the characters are standalone, so yeah, jump in and have fun. You don't need to worry about what came before.
We've escaped that godforsaken prison.
Don't celebrate yet. They know we've escaped.
Then what do you propose we do next, Professor? And I'd like an answer before we freeze to death.
The last part will be the hardest. Escaping the island. The Inspector's vessel should be docked at the pier. And yet... the Warden likely told them about our escape. Let's see what we can learn about the situation. Come. We make for the ship.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You thinking about having a go yourself? Hey, Brandon. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, congrats on Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 8, and now moving on to 7. Yes, some of my favourite games there, I have to say. But guys, I am going to take a break at this point. Got a bit of a bad neck, feeling a little bit like I just need to stretch my legs a bit. Yeah, so that is an introduction. Let me just turn this down a touch. Yeah, that is an introduction then to Octopath Traveler 2. That is the first chapter of Osvald, perhaps my first or my favourite starting character. Yeah, just really enjoy it. There's so much nostalgia and that tied up into this game because of being a bit of an old school Final Fantasy fan, and I'm pretty sure that's what Square have been going for, isn't it? Or at least the developers. Square are the publisher for this game, but I don't think they're the developers themselves. Obviously, you know, for the first game as well. But yes, I hope you folks have enjoyed this, and maybe I'll do some additional streams on Octopath Traveler 2 going forward as well. So what I'm going to do now is wish you guys a fantastic weekend. I believe the Diablo 3 season, new season, is starting today as well, so I might dabble in that off stream. That'll keep me busy. And I hope you folks have wonderful times in whatever your activities are this weekend. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, for supporting me. And don't forget, if you are new, to subscribe to the channel. Final Fantasy content abounds around here, but I do other stuff as well from time to time. Yeah, have a great day, guys. See you soon.